For Rick Lagina, treasure was never just about gold or money. It was about belief. It was about holding on when nothing was promised. Year after year, Rick showed up on Oak Island knowing there was no guarantee that anything valuable would be found. There were cold mornings, long nights, and moments when walking away felt easier than staying. Even when the cameras stopped recording, the doubt stayed. Still, Rick and his crew returned again and again, driven by the hope that their effort would one day mean something more. Over time, the work became exhausting. Digging deep into the earth is not just hard on the body, it is hard on the mind. Each failure leaves a mark. Each empty hole tests patience. Yet the crew kept going, not because they were certain of success, but because they believed in the journey they were on together. Then, without much noise or celebration, everything changed. A discovery Rick had been part of was finally sold. The deal was real, and the reward was far greater than expected. Instead of celebrating alone, Rick thought about the people who had stood beside him through every disappointment. He thought about the crew members who never gave up, even when progress was slow. He called everyone together for what they believed was a normal meeting. No one expected anything unusual. But what happened next left the room silent, faces filled with shock, then emotion. Rick had chosen to share the reward. In that moment, it became clear that this journey had never been only about treasure. It was about loyalty, patience, and shared sacrifice. Oak Island itself has always carried a dark and mysterious reputation. For centuries, stories have surrounded the island, warning of danger and loss. One of the most well-known legends claims that 7 people must die before the hidden treasure can be fully revealed. So far, 6 lives have been lost in the long history of digging on the island. This chilling idea adds a heavy weight to every new excavation. The island does not simply offer adventure, it demands a price. The legends of Oak Island stretch back hundreds of years. Pirates, explorers, and fortune seekers have all been drawn to its soil. Stories say that Captain Kidd may have buried treasure there more than 200 years ago. Whether true or not, these stories have been powerful enough to pull people back again and again. The land seems small and quiet on the surface, but beneath it lies a history filled with mystery and unanswered questions. Rick and Marty Lagina first became interested in Oak Island when they were children growing up in northern Michigan. In 1965, they came across an article in Reader's Digest that described the strange history of the island and its hidden riches. That single article captured their imagination. Rick later said that once he started reading, he could not stop. He wanted to know everything: who had been there, what they were hiding, when it happened, where it was buried, and why. That childhood curiosity never left them. Even as they grew older and followed different paths in life, the dream stayed alive. In 2006, the brothers finally decided to take action. They began their own large-scale search on Oak Island, using loans and investments to fund the operation. It was a serious risk. There was no promise of reward, only the chance to finally uncover the truth.
The younger brother took a more practical path in life. He studied engineering and later built a successful energy business. He also became a lawyer and invested in a vineyard in Michigan, where the climate supports grape growing. Marty is known for being more cautious and skeptical, especially when it comes to treasure legends. Yet even with doubts, he never stopped searching. He understood that some dreams are worth chasing, even when logic says otherwise. As the search gained attention, it eventually became a television series. The brothers began earning around $100,000 per episode. With about 25 episodes per season, the income added up quickly. As executive producers, they also earned money from reruns. Over time, this income reached more than $16 million across many seasons. This financial support allowed them to buy better tools, use advanced scanning equipment, and dig deeper than ever before. Their growing success made them well known in the treasure hunting world. They appeared in interviews, attended fan events, and built a strong following. Beyond the show, they earned money from public speaking, merchandise sales, and books written about their journey. Marty expanded his business interests even further, including a tour company that stays fully booked months in advance. With private investments added in, estimates suggest his total wealth could be close to $100 million. Still, while coins and artifacts were uncovered, the true gain was not always what came out of the ground. The real reward was the story itself. Each discovery added another piece to the puzzle of Oak Island's past. Every item hinted at who may have visited the island long ago and why they came. Even small finds carried meaning. They kept the story alive and pushed the team forward. The show also created a worldwide community. People who loved history and mystery came together to share ideas and theories. Some fans even traveled to Oak Island hoping to see the team at work. The island became a place of learning. Viewers learned about history, engineering, and large-scale planning. Marty's business skills played a key role, but teamwork remained the heart of the mission. Every dig was carefully planned. The crew was large, organized, and focused. New areas of the island were constantly explored. While the thrill of treasure hunting was exciting, the lessons learned along the way mattered just as much. The team built a strong bond through shared effort and shared hope. Whether they found gold or only old coins, they were living an adventure few people ever experience. One of the most important members of the team is Craig Tester. More than just a supporting figure, Craig plays a key role in drilling and underground scanning. His skills help identify areas where treasure might be hidden deep below the surface. He works closely with Marty and has been involved in multiple searches over the years. His experience and data analysis guide many of the team's decisions. Craig's motivation likely goes beyond history alone. Financial reward is also part of the picture. The money he earned from selling Terra Energy, a company he co-founded with Marty, helped fund the Oak Island project.
On the island, Craig serves as vice president of an energy company and is involved in vineyards and island tours. His estimated wealth places him among the most successful members of the team. Alex Lagina, Marty's son, represents the next generation. With a degree in mechanical engineering, Alex quickly became involved in the family's businesses. He appears regularly on the show and has gained popularity among viewers. Combined with income from real estate and television, his estimated wealth is believed to be very high for someone his age. Jack Begley, Craig Tester's stepson, brings energy and enthusiasm to the team. He takes on hands-on work and is often seen working closely with Gary Drayton. Jack is also a producer, drone pilot, and business owner. While he may not always be in the spotlight, his work is essential, and his success reflects the many paths connected to Oak Island. This team is not made up of casual hobbyists. They are serious, skilled, and driven. They have turned their passion into business opportunities. Television exposure, tours, merchandise, and events all connect back to the island. Each discovery strengthens their brand and keeps the story moving forward. As the years passed, the search on Oak Island began to feel like more than just a project. It became a shared mission that tied everyone together. Each person on the team brought something different, whether it was technical skill, physical effort, or emotional strength. The deeper they dug, the more they realized that the real challenge was not just in the ground, but in staying patient and united through constant uncertainty. Gary Drayton became one of the most recognizable faces on the island. Originally from England, Gary arrived with little more than a metal detector and a strong belief in his ability to read the land. Over time, he proved himself again and again by uncovering items that added real weight to the island's mystery. Some of his finds were simple and small, while others hinted at deep historical importance. Each signal from his detector carried the promise of another clue. Gary's discoveries were not always valuable in terms of money, but they were priceless to the story. Old coins, metal objects, and strange artifacts helped build a timeline of human activity on the island. Some finds suggested military presence, while others hinted at trade or travel. One of the most talked about discoveries was a stone structure deep underground. Found nearly 90 feet below the surface, the stone slab was believed to be part of a system designed to control water flow. It suggested careful planning and advanced knowledge by whoever built it. Many believed it was a sign that something valuable lay even deeper. Moments like this kept hope alive. They were reminders that the island had been carefully worked by people long ago. Nothing about it felt random. Each layer of soil seemed to tell a story. Even when progress slowed, these discoveries pushed the team forward, encouraging them to keep digging.
Despite all the excitement, reality remained reality.
Harsh. Millions of dollars had been spent over the years with no final treasure revealed. Equipment, labor, permits, and planning all added up. The island demanded constant investment, yet the team continued, driven by the idea that the next dig could change everything. Rick understood this better than anyone. He knew that even if the treasure never fully appeared, the journey still mattered. The friendships built, the lessons learned, and the history uncovered had lasting value. This mindset shaped how he treated his crew. He saw them not as workers, but as partners in a shared dream. When Rick finally sold part of the treasure they had uncovered, the moment carried deep meaning. The money represented years of effort finally paying off. But instead of keeping the reward for himself, Rick chose to share it. He gathered the crew, spoke honestly, and thanked them for their loyalty. The reaction was emotional. Many were left speechless. That moment changed everything. It showed that leadership is not about control, but about respect. Rick's decision lifted morale and strengthened bonds. It reminded everyone why they had stayed through the hardest times. The reward was not just financial, it was proof that their sacrifices had been seen and valued. As the Oak Island story continues, the future remains uncertain. There may be gold, silver, or something else hidden below, or the greatest treasure may already be above ground in the form of shared success. The team continues to dig, driven by curiosity and hope. Each new excavation adds another chapter. Each discovery, no matter how small, keeps the story alive. The island may never fully give up its secrets, but it continues to offer something powerful, a reminder that some journeys are worth taking, even when the end is unknown. As the search on Oak Island moves forward, time itself feels like an enemy. Every year that passes adds pressure, not just because of cost, but because of age, energy, and patience. Still, the team keeps working with steady focus. They understand that history does not give up its secrets easily. Each layer of soil removed is another step closer to answers that have been hidden for centuries. Oak Island may look small on a map, but its story is enormous. The island is less than a mile long and only a few hundred yards wide. Long ago, it was divided into small lots and passed between owners. In 1776, the British briefly renamed it Gloucester Isle, but that name never lasted. The mystery tied to Oak Island was stronger than any title placed on it. From the very beginning, rumors of buried riches followed the island. Over the years, many well-known and powerful people became interested in its secrets. Investors, explorers, and dreamers all believed they could be the ones to finally solve the mystery. Yet no one ever fully succeeded. Each attempt seemed to add another layer to the legend rather than ending it. What makes Oak Island different from other treasure stories is the mix of fact and mystery. There are real tunnels, real tools, and real structures found underground. These are not just stories passed down through time. They are physical signs that someone worked hard to hide something. The question that remains is why they went to such trouble. For Rick Lagina, this question has always been more important than the treasure itself. He wants to understand the story behind the island, who built the tunnels, what they were protecting, and what message they left behind. This desire for understanding is what keeps him focused, even after years of uncertainty. The crew has learned to adapt over time. Early mistakes became lessons. New technology replaced older methods. Ground scans, drilling tools, and careful planning helped reduce risks. Still, the island remained unpredictable. Water flooded tunnels, equipment broke, weather delayed progress. Each challenge tested the team's resolve.
Through all of this, teamwork remained the foundation. Everyone depended on one another. Decisions were discussed openly. No single person carried the weight alone. This shared responsibility helped prevent burnout and kept morale strong, even when results were slow. The business side of Oak Island also continued to grow. Tours, merchandise, books, and public events became part of a larger plan. The island was no longer just a search site. It became a brand built on history, mystery, and human effort. Each episode reached millions of viewers, spreading the story even further. This growth allowed the team to reinvest into the search.
Better tools meant deeper digs. More research meant clearer planning. While critics questioned the cost, the team believed that progress was being made, even if it was not always visible. Rick's decision to share the profits from the treasure sale stood out as a defining moment. It reflected the values he carried from the beginning. He never viewed success as something to enjoy alone. By rewarding his crew, he reinforced the idea that everyone mattered. For many team members, that moment became unforgettable. It validated years of hard work. It proved that loyalty and patience still have value in a world often focused only on results. The surprise was not just about money, it was about respect and gratitude. As the story continues, the island remains quiet on the surface. Trees sway in the wind, waves crash along the shore. Yet beneath the ground, history waits. Every dig is a conversation with the past. Every artifact is a voice from another time. The search may not last forever. One day the digging will stop. Whether the final treasure is found or not, the impact of the journey will remain. Lives have been changed, knowledge has been gained, and a story that began centuries ago has been carried forward into the modern world. For Rick Lagina, the journey from postal worker to treasure hunter was never planned. It grew from curiosity into purpose. Oak Island gave him more than wealth. It gave him meaning. And through his actions, he passed that meaning on to those around him. As long as there is earth left to explore, the search will continue, not just for gold or silver, but for truth, for understanding, and for the satisfaction of knowing that no matter the outcome, the journey was worth it. Routes. Each object adds a new theory. The island becomes a puzzle with many pieces and no clear picture yet. The public continues to follow every update closely. Fans discuss theories, analyze findings, and debate possibilities. Some believe the treasure is religious. Others think it is royal. Many believe it is simply wealth meant to be protected. No single answer satisfies everyone, and that uncertainty keeps interest alive. Behind the scenes, the emotional toll of the search remains real. There are days when progress feels invisible, moments when fatigue sets in, yet the crew pushes forward, driven by shared responsibility. They are no longer just co-workers, they are part of a long story that connects past and present. Rick often reflects on how far the journey has come. What began as a childhood dream became a lifelong mission. Along the way, he gained something rare, a chance to live with purpose, a chance to work beside people who believe in the same goal. That sense of purpose is something money alone could never provide. The surprise payday Rick shared with his crew continues to echo through the team. It changed how many of them viewed the journey. It confirmed that their hard work was seen and respected. That moment strengthened trust and loyalty in a way no contract ever could. As the island continues to be explored, one truth becomes clear. Oak Island is not just about what is hidden underground. It is about the people drawn to it, the dreamers, the builders, the seekers. Each generation adds its own chapter to the story. The search has already given the world something valuable. It has reminded people that curiosity still matters, that patience still matters, and that some answers are worth waiting for, even if they never fully arrive. No one knows how the story will end. Perhaps one day a discovery will finally close the mystery, or perhaps Oak Island will remain unanswered forever. Either way, the journey has proven that some quests are meaningful simply because they are pursued with honesty and heart. As long as the ground holds secrets, there will be those willing to dig. And as long as people like Rick Lagina believe in the power of hope, Oak Island's story will continue to inspire those watching from afar.
As time moves forward, Oak Island continues to demand patience above all else. The team has learned that rushing only leads to mistakes. Every step must be slow and careful. History does not like to be forced. It reveals itself only when treated with respect. This understanding now guides every action taken on the island. Many people wonder why the team keeps going when the answers remain unclear. The truth is simple. Oak Island has become more than a place. It has become a responsibility. Each tunnel, each artifact, and each mark in the soil feels like something entrusted to them. Walking away would mean leaving a story unfinished. The crew has also learned how to balance hope with realism. They celebrate small wins, a new piece of wood, a metal fragment, a strange marking. These moments may seem small, but they prove that the island still has something to say. Each find is treated seriously, recorded carefully, and studied with patience. Technology continues to play a major role. Modern scanning tools allow the team to see beneath the surface without disturbing it. This helps protect important areas while guiding future work. Drilling is done with more care than ever before. The goal is no longer speed, the goal is understanding. Despite all the planning, Oak Island still surprises them. Sudden water surges appear without warning, ground shifts in unexpected ways, old tunnels collapse or change direction. These moments remind the team that they are working inside something built long before modern rules existed. Through all of this, trust holds the group together. Every voice matters, every concern is heard, no one is pushed aside. This open approach keeps the team strong even when pressure builds. It also reflects the values Rick has always carried with him. Rick knows that leadership is not about being the loudest person in the room. It is about listening. It is about knowing when to push forward and when to pause. His calm presence helps steady the team during difficult moments. That calm comes from knowing why he started this journey in the first place. The story of Oak Island has now reached people all over the world. Viewers from different countries feel connected to the mystery. Some watch for history, some watch for adventure, others watch because they see themselves in the struggle. The search speaks to anyone who has ever chased a dream without knowing the outcome. Over time, Oak Island has become a symbol. It represents curiosity. It represents patience. It represents the idea that not everything valuable can be measured in money. Sometimes the greatest reward is the journey itself. Even if the final treasure remains hidden, the island has already given something rare. It has brought people together. It has created shared purpose. It has reminded the world that wonder still exists. As long as the team continues to dig, learn, and respect the past, Oak Island's story will keep growing. Not as a tale of failure or success, but as a story of human effort, a story of belief, and a story that proves some mysteries are powerful simply because they remain unsolved. As the search continues, the meaning of Oak Island keeps evolving. What once seemed like a simple hunt for buried treasure has grown into something much deeper. The team now understands that they are caretakers of a story that began long before them and will likely continue long after they are gone. Each new season brings renewed focus. The crew returns to the island with fresh energy, even though they know the challenges waiting for them. Experience has taught them that progress often comes after long periods of silence. They no longer measure success only by what they pull from the ground, but by what they learn along the way. Research has become just as important as digging. Old maps are studied. Historical records are reviewed again and again. Small details that once seemed unimportant now carry new meaning. A symbol, a measurement, a pattern in the land. These details help guide decisions and shape new theories. The island itself feels like a living thing. It reacts to every move. Some areas seem to resist digging, while others reveal clues slowly, almost carefully. This strange balance keeps the team alert. They know that one careless decision could erase centuries of history. The crew has also grown closer with time. Shared struggles have turned into deep respect. They understand each other's strengths and weaknesses. When one person feels worn down, another steps in. This unspoken support system keeps everyone moving forward. Rick often reminds the team why they are there. Not for fame, not for headlines, but for answers. His steady belief gives the group direction. Even when the work feels endless, his focus never wavers. The impact of Rick's decision to share the treasure sale profits still lingers. It changed the way many team members view leadership. It showed that success does not need to divide people, it can bring them together.
That moment became part of the island's modern history. Outside the island, the story continues to grow. New viewers discover Oak Island every year. Discussions spread across communities. The mystery